until it was understood. The under hats and hoodies, the black brain is being underutilized to bring about a change. To change the images of psychological slavery. There was the undertone for the undertaking of free human beings and enslaving them and having them work into underdeveloped fields. To bring about a profit under cost, of course, by force, that forged a wedge between the descendants of all Americans that undermines race relations to this day. The pledge may be under God, but it's definitely divisible. And it's understated when we act like it's invisible. See, racism is as thick as the sweated, matted down hair of those that they brought from over there. And yeah, they tried to repair our bonds by a faulty plan that was underthought, that brought ex-slaves back into Africa and displaced Africans and created divisions that led up to civil war under the watch of every humanitarian. Whose escape was, these countries are sovereign and under their own government until one of these countries shows an interest in taking resources from Africa to gain an interest under the guise of diplomacy. Under the gun of police brutality, you and I live currently. So much so that we think it's just the way it's gonna be until we, under the ground, rested eternally. Under man's laws, I no longer want to be. That's why under my seat is where I keep my weapon. And I always tell underage girls to keep on stepping. You see, I've never went under a dress except by permission. And under duress there is still some suspicion if there can ever be any equality for the underpaid. You see, under pages of legislation, they lobby words like a hobby until the lawmakers become undertakers for dead-end situations under conversation. Saying that the Constitution is a living document only says that every day this whole country, our system of governance, our laws, our morality and humanity are always under construction. Under the assumption that if you ever mess with the U.S., we will kill you under our charter manifest destiny. And if you live here and you don't agree, then you can be imprisoned or put to death for treason. You see, under the fullest extent of the law, I've seen underhanded tactics undercut the investments of the underrepresented. You see, under sun, star, and moon, we created life unselfishly, so we never wrote about our beginning. And it seems like the whole planet would be pleased with our ending. And since I understand that, I can't hand it to you on a platter. So I include it in my subject matter because the subject matters. No life on this planet should ever be taken for granted. It's the underutilized solution to all our fears. That's why I keep paper under pen for years to add to my legacy as to why all my tears are dry. See, we're all living under the illusion that we really don't need each other, and that is not true. As long as there's any life here, we'll have to live it together under one umbrella. So, hail to the underdog that went underground until it was understood that under hats and hoodies, the black brain was being underutilized to bring about a change, to change the images of psychological slavery. There was the undertone for the undertaking of free human beings and enslaving them and having them work in the underdeveloped fields to bring about a profit under cost, of course by force, that forged a wedge between the descendants of all Americans that undermines race relations to this day. Hail to the underdog. Hail to the underdog. Hail to the underdog.